Hi, I'm Carol Beringer, and I'm the owner of Pilates and More in Wayne, Pennsylvania. This series for the Radnor Memorial Library is called the Amazing Movement Series. And what's amazing about it is that it's unremarkable movements with remarkable benefits, and it is functional movement, how you move day in and day out, and it's for strength and flexibility. So it's a win-win, and we're going to have a really good time just organizing your body. April is Let Your Sun Shine, and I know that it's April, showers bring May flowers, but still there's more sun than there was during the winter months, so we're just gonna let our sun shine. And so you may have heard of something called a sun salutation, and it's a yoga sequence. But you may have also heard of something called the burpee, which is a 21st, or maybe the 20th and 21st century version of a sun salutation with some plyometrics or some ballistic movements in it. So I'm going to show you the movements in quite a few different variations, because it is not a simple movement, but everybody can do it. So if you are not a very mobile person right now, you can use a chair, which I'll show you a variation with that. So you want a steady, stable chair. You can use something to put the hands on. So if I had yoga blocks, they would also be good to put under each shoulder. But this is, and I think I'll start with the chair, move to the box, and then, because you'll see I won't have to go as low to the floor, and then we'll get to the full sun salutation. So the sun salutation is just a very nice, smooth burpee, but it takes you through all of the actions that you need to actually get down on the floor and up from the floor, and you'll see as we go. So many of you might have practiced this sometime in your life. So we'll start with the chair. Perhaps I should show you what the whole thing looks like before we break it down. Okay, so the sun salutation. You would start with hips, knees, and feet in alignment, or your feet, the big toes can be touching. And you're going to sweep the arms up overhead. You can bring your hands through your thumbs touching breastbone, and you're going to take it down to the floor. You're going to step one leg back. I have my fingers wide, my elbows turning back towards my torso to help me engage the upper body. The other leg goes back. You lower yourself to the floor. You push up into an upper back extension. You come back and tuck the toes, and you can go through the knees, push your hips up. You bring one leg forward and the other leg forward, and you come up to standing, and in a burpee you would take a jump. So you could see that was even a bit of a struggle for me. I don't have as much mobility to bring the legs through, so a good way for me to practice this is to have a little bit of a lift. So we're going to start by sweeping the arms up, sweeping the arms out to the side, curling over to find your yoga blocks or the box, and we'll try it on the chair next. We take one leg back, and we can put the knee down. We can take the other leg back, put the knee down. You can come back into a bit of a child's pose. Then you can lift your chest up. You can push back. You can pull one knee in, and then the other knee in, and then stand up and take a little hop. Let's try it on the chair. So you'll see each one of these are higher, and then we'll work back down to the floor again. So you're going to take your arms up to the ceiling. You can sweep them around, put the hands on, take one leg back into a lunge, bring it back in, take the other leg back into a lunge, You can come here, and then earlier in our series we did an awkward chair, and you can just lift your chest. And then you can just straighten your legs, curl the tailbone under, and come on up and take a little hop. Let's work our way back down again. Sweeping the arms up overhead, diving over, taking a leg back, bringing the knee down, taking the other leg back, lifting the chest up, come back to a child's pose, come up, bring a leg forward, bring the other one forward, lift the chest, circle the arms up. Let's do that again. Starting with the arms down, aligning your posture, take the arms up, bring them through the center this time. Come down either to the floor or your box or your chair. Take one leg back into a lunge. Take the other leg back into a lunge. Lift yourself into an upper back extension. Pull the body back. Come up, take one foot forward, the other foot forward, straighten the legs, round your spine up, take a little hop. So those variations you can back up and try them all. We'll try one all the way down to the floor again, and then we're going to try a few other exercises that lets your sun shine. So this sun salutation, and this is an abbreviated version, so if you are practicing yoga a lot, just know that I've taken license with this, but it's the same range of motions that you like to get through. So up to the ceiling with the arms, bring your hands through center, take yourself over, take one leg back and then the other, lower yourself to the floor, raise your chest up, lower your body down, push yourself up, bring one leg through and then the other, round on up, and take a little hop. Okay, the next movements that we're going to do are very good for lower back strengthening, hip opening, and balance that are all part of, I've mentioned many times how 80% of humans on the planet have low back pain, and most of it's from poor posture and not engaging the low abdominal muscles. So let's start on the mat, on your belly, legs long, hands right next to your shoulders. And this is a very strenuous upper body movement, so that if you do this, we're going to take 10 of them. If you do this, your arms might be sore until you get more proficient. So you're just going to push your arms straight as far as you can go with an inhale. Exhale, and you're just going to let your belly button kind of sink. And then you're just going to take it all down. So that's it. We're going to do 10 of these. So you inhale to press yourself up. Exhale, sink the belly button and lower yourself down. What you want to be careful to not do is to crunch up your shoulders. So you want your shoulders down away from your ears. So it might mean that you have to move your hands a little bit to press up, and this will get better and better very quickly. Exhale, let the belly sink a little and come all the way down. Inhale to push yourself up, sink the belly button. I'm going to call this number 5. We're taking 5 more. And then you can noodle around with where your hands are. And this is, anytime your back is feeling tight, I know that many people also are proficient at shoulder bridging, which is an excellent back strengthening 3 to go. Inhale takes you up. Exhale sinks the belly button. Again. Last one. And as we just worked on the other exercises in extension, we know that afterwards we like to come back here and reverse that. So this is good if you have good knees. You don't want to load weight on your knees. You can do a cat. And you want to do it with intention. The tailbone goes down between the knees, the crown of the head goes down between the hands, and then you can wag your tail from side to side. So these are amazing that we're going to do next. So you're going to come to a standing kneel. If you have issues with your knees, you can pad up underneath the knees. You want to put one foot in front of you, and then you want to walk it a little bit in so that this knee, it's almost like a little bit of an internal rotation. Put your hands on your knees, tuck your tailbone, and push forward, straight forward. And you'll feel a really good stretch in this down leg. Now, if you have trouble balancing, have a chair nearby or something to hold on to. I find holding onto my knee is very helpful. But you might need a chair or something to hold on to keep this moving so both sides of the pelvis are going straight forward. And put your hand on your hip of the down leg, and just as you push forward, open to the side. And this one takes a lot of balance, so you're going to push the hips forward and open up. Just 5, and then we'll do it to the other side. It's amazing how much these help. Again, unremarkable movements with remarkable benefits. That's our motto here. And then you'll switch sides. So if you need to hold on to a chair, you do that. Switch the legs up. This, you want to have, I'll turn this way so that it's a better view. So you want to have this leg right underneath your pelvis. And so you're at 90 degrees and 90 degrees, hand on the knee. This foot walks in just a smidge. If that's too difficult for your balance, just keep it in line with your hip socket. Curl the tailbone forward, moving both sides of your pelvis equally. One more, and then we'll add the twist. So open up. And it takes focus. So this is really good for our brains too, because we're really focusing on our movements. So that if you ever are injured or in pain or fall or whatever, if you just know to just regroup with your brain, it'll be just perfect. Now we're going to switch that where we're going to turn towards the bent leg. So switch the hand on the hip and turn inward. And we'll just do 5 of these. And again, your head follows your spine. So don't turn your head first. Just let it travel with the spine. And then we'll turn to the other side. Twisting in towards the front leg. And you're breathing, of course. And then whether you need a chair to help you to stand up, you're just going to come up to standing, kind of wobble everything out, swing your arms, and spread your sunshine.